Well, you are looking live at MetLife Stadium as the Jets head into the locker room. They have now dropped 7 straight games. They lose to the Buffalo Bills. There's Rex Ryan. Listen, this was an unmitigated disaster as they lose 43-23. You have 6 turnovers. Your starting quarterback didn't even last the first quarter. He gets benched. Your other quarterback comes in. He turns the football over. You had blown coverages. You had penalties that negated first downs. Did I forget anything?
Your punter is terrible.
Okay, there. I forgot about the punting game. There.
Yeah, your punter is terrible.
That 28-yard punts that continued. I mean, you can't win football games like this, and it's a division game. And let's be honest. You want to talk about having at least half-decent season? I mean, the season, for the most part, over after a loss like this.
Over.
I'm struggling. I'm struggling to come up with something to say. I don't know what to say anymore. You got a spit and toilet paper secondary. You got a quarterback that just can't seem to execute and not turn the ball over. They just keep repeating the same things over and over again, and that causes them to lose. I can only imagine what's going through Rex's head.
You know, it's just coming to a fact now that this team is not very good. You know, you talk about a Buffalo Bills team coming in. They had a really tough stretch of games where you had almost every elite quarterback in the NFL you faced. You were in every game, except for the San Diego Chargers game. But again, you're putting walls on a Sammy Watkins, who to me is one of the best up-and-coming receivers that the Buffalo Bills have in the entire league. You get beat on the first play, and it was an incomplete pass, and they go right back and throw in the same post pattern, which he takes down into the 5-yard line. So I just don't think the Jets are very good.
With that, we're off and running. This is Jets Post Game Live. I'm Brian Custer. That's Ray Lucas. That's Chad Cascadden. The Jets have dropped 7 straight. They're now 1-7. And look, you don't even know who your quarterback is. I mean, your starting quarterback didn't even last the first quarter. He gets benched after they go punt, pick, pick, pick. So he gets benched. Mike Vick comes in. He throws the pick. He fumbles. You got to now, if you're Rex Ryan, thinking about who am I going to start next week?
Is Matt Sims still available?
Matt Sims is still available.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the quarterback of the future for the New York Jets is not on the Jets roster right now. And John Itzig's going to have a hard time finding one of these young quarterbacks coming in. Because when you say there's not a quarterback on your roster right now, which means what, Brian? Rebuilding. You know, you're going to bring a rookie in. He's going to make those rookie mistakes. He's going to throw interceptions. He's not going to do the right thing. Again, if you look at Rex Ryan, and if you give him what he needs to succeed, is this a different team? If you have shutdown corners, is it a different defense? If you have a quarterback that doesn't turn the football over, is it a different team?
Of course it's a different team.
So, to me, look, your record is what you say you are. They're a 1-7 football team.
They're a 1-7. They're a 1-7 team because they don't have any shutdown corners. They can't get any interceptions. They can't seem to rip the ball out and get a fumble and give the short field to the offense. And then you've got a guy that they drafted who, in college, was mobile, could get the ball to certain guys. But look, the NFL, that in college goes to this. And he has shown he consistently cannot deliver accurate footballs and thus turnovers or overthrows behind, in front. He is who he is.
Here's the frustrating thing, especially I think for Jets fans, especially the number of people, as you take a look at what Geno Smith did today. 2 for 8, 5 yards, 3 picks. Boy, I mean, just the worst quarterback rating in Jets history here. Despite the 4 turnovers you had basically in that first half, you're down 7. Yeah. You're down 7 at the half. You got all the momentum in the world. And you're thinking, you know what? If they just be who they are, run the football, take care of the football, because your defense, despite all those turnovers, kept you in it.
Well, how about this? You see your quarterback struggling early on in this game in Geno Smith.
And you're still chucking it downfield.
And you're still throwing the football. What was the recipe for success last week against a very good New England team? Run the football. Force them to put another guy in the box. Marty Warnerwig, not very good at all calling plays today. I mean, it's too early for grades, but you already know what the grade's going to be because when your quarterback is struggling and you continually drop back to throw the football, I just don't get it. Is there somebody there that could say, listen, hey, Geno's struggling. Remember last week when they ran the football, Chris Ivey was getting 6 yards a carry? He looked very good, didn't turn the football over. So, again, you can put the blame on the quarterback. You can put the blame on the offensive line, who Michael Vick was running for his life in the second half, 4 sacks. You can put the blame on the wide receivers. The only person that got open was Eric Decker and Amaro late in the game. I mean, really, you could just point the finger at everybody.
This is becoming a slow-moving train wreck. And it feels like every time you watch, it's like, well, okay, what are they going to do now? Well, what's going to happen now? And you know what? This is not a very good football team. I gave them credit. I thought they had better talent than they do, and I'm not. You know what? I think I'm wrong. I thought they were a more talented football team.
What was the feeling in your locker room when you guys had that 15 season or whatever it was?
I wasn't there for that.
What was it like?
It was gut-wrenching. It's gut-wrenching because you know you don't have a chance to win. You didn't have a quarterback that could get it done. You didn't have an offense that could move the ball consistently. We were okay on defense, but look, we didn't do enough on defense either. It's gut-wrenching. I would have willingly gave up paychecks just to get a win. And these guys are going in the locker room, and they're looking at each other, and it's gut check time, and it's like, this isn't about wins. This is just about pride. And they've got to start looking at each other and go, look, let's just get some pride. Let's get some good feelings back into this locker room so we can at least feel like we're earning our paychecks. And it's so frustrating watching this. I feel like jumping through that television sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's some members of the defense looking at some members on the offense sideways, and then maybe some members on the offense looking at the secondary, looking at them sideways.